there's the old adage that one thing is constant, and it's certainly change. We've undergone dramatic change and reinvented ourselves many times. I've been at the company now going on 34 years, so I've seen us go from this little tiny specialty company, and I'll show you a little bit about that, to what we are today. It's really growth. We've always been hungry for growth, and that's how we evolved as a company. And we've seen premiumization across beverage alcohol in each one of the categories, whether it be wine first, followed by spirits, and now beer. And one of the challenges that this brings up is the fragmentation. And that's one of the knock-on effects of premiumization, is the categories all tend to fragment. And then that's where data and insights comes in, because you've got to be really good at mining that to be able to mine your way through this fragmented world. One of the things that we find in our particular industry, and I'm sure it's true for most industries, is with all the data, it can sort of lead to a paralysis in the system, and particularly in slow growth CPG. So the hardest part, I'd say, is mining insights from the data. So it's great that we have all this stuff available, but how do you get the insights out of it? You know, historically, beverage alcohol, and I think it's partly because we use this three-tier distribution system, we've lagged CPG. We put this program together called Connect, which is basically our thought leadership platform and how we bring thought leadership and insights into the premiumization of beer to the beer category. And the first section or module under this is what addresses the shelf. So a lot of the tools that you see on the right-hand side of this that we embarked on a lot of work, a lot of it through affiliates of IRI, actually, and we found some very interesting things. So we look at consumer cultural megatrends, across industries, across categories, and across demographics. This allows us to draw parallels to beverage alcohol. Not just beer, but spirits, wine, and beer. So a few years ago, we put in place a growth organization. And the growth organization is essentially a catalyst for us to look at opportunities across beverage alcohol, not in the silos we have. We have two divisions, a wine and spirits division and a beer division. So we centralized our consumer insights and analytics to get one source of the truth. We also put other areas of the business together that don't need to be division-centric. And we have this organization looking at adjacency strategies, things that the businesses naturally couldn't get to in their day-to-day operating roles. It allows our divisions to stay focused while we're really looking to where we're going to drive growth in the future. 55% of the dollars generated in beverage alcohol today are from consumers that consume across all three categories. Phenomenal statistic, because if you're older like me and you think back, people were 90% of what they consumed was one category, if not 100%, and in many instances it would have been one specific brand. That's not the world we live in with today's consumers. More importantly to our retailers, look at the TBA consumer across all three channels, what they spend, okay? So it's a factor of whatever that is, almost 7 times. 7 times the dollars are generated by those consumers that cross over and consume wine, beer, and spirits.